guys, Zuzu Natural here. Today I want to talk to you about deodorant. Why? You know why. Because it is hot outside. So here in Houston, it has been consistently over 100 degrees for several weeks now. With the heat index has been about 110. And the way I feel, if the heat index says 110, then it's 110. I'm going with that. I don't want to hear temperature is but feels like. The temperature is what it feels like as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so it's been really hot, and one thing that I know is that even people who use natural deodorant, once the temperatures reach like so hot that their natural deodorant just gives out on them, sometimes they go back to the toxic ingredients because they don't want to be funky. No one wants to be funky, right? Including me. I don't want to be funky. And so I have used natural deodorants for a very long time, over 10 years. But within that 10-year time span, I have kind of went back and forth, because once I moved to Houston, I experienced the heat like I've never experienced. Just the heat and humidity here is pressing. It is just so outrageous. You know, I'm a Jersey girl. We think 90 degrees is blazing. It's not. It's not blazing. I just want to tell you guys that 110 is blazing. But so I've tried probably every deodorant that you can imagine, including like the crystal deodorant, Jason's, Kiss My Face, Burt's Bees, you name it. I've tried it. I've tried sprays. I've tried creams, roll-ons, slather-ons. I've tried them all. And so I want to talk to you today about some of the deodorants that I have tried recently. And by recently, I mean within the last, I guess about year and a half, because I have been faithfully using, well, you guys know, and I'll save it for last, but the deodorant that I've been using most recent is the one. It is the bomb. So I have 6 different deodorants today. And I'm sure I have more somewhere around the house. But what I've been doing is, as I purchase them and they don't work, whatever that moment is that they don't work, and by that moment I mean that day that I go and I sniff my underarms and I don't like what I smell, that deodorant has to go. I'm not using it anymore because I am not trying to be funky. One thing, when I'm out and I'm smelling all these different body odors and underarms, it really bothers me. Like, I'm just like, I have a sensitive stomach. I'm just like, oh gosh, whew, somebody's not wearing deodorant. And I understand that everybody does not have to wear deodorant. You know, if you have a cleaner diet, there's been times where I haven't had to wear deodorant. And so I have to admit that my diet has not been as lovely as it has been in the past. And I'm working on that. But even so, with these temperatures, I think I would need deodorant. I just don't think I would feel comfortable walking out without it. But like in the winter, I don't need deodorant. I'm not hot, I'm not sweating, my pits are fine, but it's not winter, is it? So the first deodorant I want to talk to you about is this one. This is, you can't really see it, there it is. It is Nourish Organic, food for healthy skin, fresh and dry deodorant, almond vanilla. Oh, almond vanilla would be like the perfect scent. It smells so good. It's really creamy, which is nice. So I want to read to you the back, because this is how we get got when we read the back. So the back says 100% natural, USDA certified organic. Of course you want organic deodorant, right? I do. That's why I bought it. So now, prevents odor and dries underarm moisture using advanced blend of plant enzymes and cornstarch. No, it doesn't. It does not do that. Provides all-day freshness. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Ultra nourishing and incredibly gentle on sensitive skin. That it is. So one of the things, I have very sensitive underarms, and so I do have to be careful, because if it's too strong, then oh my goodness, my underarms will turn totally black. They will be upset with me. There was one point right before I switched over to the deodorant that I'm using now, that I was like walking around like this because my underarms hurt so bad, because they're just so sensitive. If they don't like the deodorant, they're gonna be like, pow, like, oh my gosh, take this off. And like, I'm in the bathroom washing it off. Like, I'd rather be funky than have my underarms smell like this. But this one is very nourishing. It is creamy. It is wonderful if you have sensitive underarms. However, all of that is null and void if it does not work. Because we could just rub a lotion under our arms if we wanted them to be all smooth and silky and nourished, right? No, we're wearing deodorant because we don't want to be funky. And with this, the funny thing is, I felt funkier wearing this than I would have felt if I put absolutely nothing on. Which is weird. Like, how am I funkier? The smell that came from underneath my underarms, I guess it was just like the funk mixed with this, the almond vanilla. It was a smell that was not cute at all. And so the first day I wore it, it wasn't even super hot. I think I had this on like in the spring. So let's just say it was in the 80 degrees, somewhere between 80 and 85, which I need deodorant at that time. And, you know, I put it on. I was like, oh, this sounds so good. I want an organic deodorant. And I'm walking around and I'm smelling something and I'm like, who is that? You know, we all do like the dip and sniff, so you kind of like take your finger and on the low just swipe it under there and then like swipe it past your nose, and I'm like, that's me, I'm the one that's funky, oh my gosh. So no, this is a no. Now if you have underarms that do not smell and don't sweat a lot, this might work for you, but this did not work for me. But I will tell you this as well. So I had this and I just stuck it in the drawer, like stuck it in the drawer in the bathroom and went on to the next deodorant. And my brother likes to come into my bathroom and steal, okay, we're gonna put steal in quotes because he doesn't think it's stealing, take my things. So he comes into my bathroom and he sees this in the drawer and he helps himself to it, right? I don't know that he does this until he says, Wayna, oh my gosh, this is awful. I was so funky. He was like, I don't even get funky, but when I put this on, I was funky. I'm like, I know. So I will tell you that my brother doesn't get funky. Like, he doesn't even have hair under his arms. Like, how did he not get hair under his arms and I did? But he doesn't even have hair under his arms and he doesn't really get funky. I think it's just the routine of you wear deodorant, so I'm going to put deodorant on, and he got funky from this. I just thought that was so funny. And I'm like, that's what you get for taking my stuff. Deodorant number 2 is this one. There we go. This is Alba Botanica. And I've used Alba Botanica products before, so I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so this is the clear Enzyme deodorant stick, and it's lavender with baking soda and lichen. So once again, we go to the back because this is what we do, right? We go in the store and we're in Whole Foods or whatever market, health food store we're in, and we flip it around and we want to know what it says because that's how we determine, right? After we read the ingredients, after we know that it's green and it has wonderful plant extracts and all of that, we go, okay, what does it say? So let me tell you what it says. The antibacterial properties of lavender and lichen work together as nature's odor deterrents, providing safe, long-lasting protection without harsh chemical additives. Aloe vera soothes sensitive skin, paraben and propylene glycol free. Sounds good. I think I need this. That's what I thought when I was in the store, right? No. So it does not provide long-lasting protection. It just doesn't. So this was not as bad as the Nourish Organic. Once again, it was about 80 to 85 degrees when I used this one. And lavender, usually the stronger deodorants tend to have lavender. So I'm like, okay, I'll go for lavender. Now, lavender is not my favorite scent when it comes to like everyday products. So like lotion and deodorants and shampoos and things like that, I don't necessarily like lavender smell from them. I like lavender when I'm like winding down in the evening for a bath, so like a bubble bath or a shower gel, but I don't really want to smell it on me. So it smells fine, but it does smell like lavender. And once again, the ingredients are cool. It has a few more ingredients than that last one. That last one was just amazing ingredients. So this one doesn't have, it's creamy, so it doesn't have like the shea and the cocoa butter, which I think my underarms really need and like. But this has like aloe vera juice. This has, what else does this have? Some lavender, of course, and it has ginseng root. and some other lovely things. Well, once again, this deodorant was not the bomb. So I used this deodorant. Now, it wasn't a day. Like with the Nourish Organics, that was one day. I was like, one day, half a day, couple of hours, whatever. I was like, no. This one, I probably used a few days before I was just like, I don't feel fresh enough. Now, I wasn't funky, but I certainly was not fresh. I was a little funky, like a little bit, but enough that I felt uncomfortable. And it was only 80 to 85 degrees, so I hadn't even begun the sweating that these pits will do once it gets hot. So this is the Alba Botanica. If you don't sweat a lot, if you don't have odor coming from your underarms, this might be one that'll work for you, but it did not work for me. I wanted it to, but it did not. Next up is this little cutie right here. Look how cute that is. This is Carla Botanica Patchouli Bliss. Oh, I have to open it and smell it because I love patchouli. This is by far the best smelling deodorant I've ever smelled in my life. She really got that patchouli formula down pack. I don't know exactly what essential oils she's used because of course she's not going to tell you, because then you could go make your own. But so I got this in Seattle from a farmer's market, the Ballard Farmer's Market. For any of you who've ever been to Seattle, oh my gosh, or you're going to Seattle, you must go to the Ballard Farmer's Market. It is by far the best farmer's market I've ever been to. But anyway, so I got this there, and so this is a small business owner who makes this, and she had about 4 or 5 different deodorant scents there, and I thought, oh, let me try some. So I got this one. I also got there's like an orange, mandarin orange type scent that I can't remember the name of, but I got that one as well. But this was my favorite. So now, first things first, I want to tell you that this deodorant was awesome. It was. Now, when I was using this though, it was the fall. I remember because the leaves were dropping, it was just gorgeous in Seattle, but it was the fall, so I wasn't incredibly funky, so I can't really speak to this as to how it'll work in the summer. But the one thing that I will tell you that stopped me from purchasing this again was, listen, look how small that is. This is like a regular size deodorant, and this is it. So it's really super teeny. Like, this is like a week's worth of deodorant for me. Like, no joke. I use this so quickly, and then it's only got like the amount of deodorant, and it is only like right here. So this would be more like for travel as opposed to like everyday use, I think. And so I did actually go on and order from her online again because I loved it so much, but then I was going through it so fast that I was just like, nah. And I thought about asking her, can you make a big one? But obviously she doesn't want to make a big one if this is how she sells it. And so it's super, super teeny, but let me read you the ingredients: organic coconut oil, shea butter, arrowroot powder, baking soda, essential oils. That's it. It's creamy, it's nourishing. The underarm stayed fresh, but once again, it was the fall, so I will tell you that. You can go on her website, and that's where I purchased it again when I bought it because I wasn't in Seattle. And so it's Carla Botanica, and I will spell that below so you can Google her if you want. I want to say it was about $6 for this, so it can get pricey, especially if you compare it to the regular size. So I think that the average price that I've been paying for natural deodorants is about $10 to $15, and so this would be even more because it's like 3 of these, so it'll be like $18 to $21. I think it's between 6 and 7. So that's a little more than I want to pay, and it does add up, and you use it so quickly that I just didn't purchase it again after the second time I purchased it. But I really loved it. So if you are in Seattle, go ahead and look for her at the Ballard Farmers Market, and maybe you can work something out where she can make you a bigger one and a better price or whatever. But I did like this. Next up, we got Herban Cowboy. This stuff right here. Now, I do like this, and I use this for quite some time. So I used the scent that is Dusk. Dusk is kind of masculine, has like a sandalwood type scent, kind of smells like men's cologne, which I just happen to love. I like more masculine scents. I don't know what that's about, but I do. I like the sandalwoods, like the dark kind of rich vanillas, and so this has that scent, and I love it. And this is maximum protection. They have a lot of different scents, and so when I first purchased this, and I think I was wearing this particular one in the spring, I think I was using this in the spring. Now, what I'll tell you about this is this never actually gave out on me as far as the smell, like my underarms smelling. My underarms never smelled funky. However, it started irritating the life out of my underarms. This is the one that I was using, and I had to walk around like this because I just couldn't even put my pits down because they were so sore and they hurt so bad. They were black, and that's what this did, but it only did it after a while. So I used it. This was probably my third one that I purchased it, and it happened kind of like at the beginning. But my brother likes this, and he uses this faithfully, and he loves it. So it's just probably my sensitive pits. If you don't have sensitive pits, this may be the way to go. So now they do have different scents, and my mom purchased one of the more girly, flowery scents, and her underarms were funky, and she doesn't even have funky underarms. So you may want to go on and see what the levels, the strength levels are, because they may have different strength levels, and this is maximum protection. And I didn't have a problem with being funky. It's just that my underarms got sensitive on me. You know, and sometimes the pits do that, like they're going through their detox and something that worked all of a sudden doesn't work, which is fine, but it just was so painful that I was like, you know what? Just thinking about putting this on my underarms, I'm thinking about the pain that I had. So I stopped using this. But if you don't have sensitive underarms, you may want to give it a try. That's Herban Cowboy, and this is Dusk. And remember, this is a more masculine scent, so if you don't like more masculine smelling things, you may want to go with one of the other ones, but make sure you look for maximum protection so you can not be funky. I don't want you to be funky. Lavanila. Everybody loves Lavanila, including me. I love Lavanila. So this is Lavanila. This is just the vanilla. My favorite was the vanilla coconut, but for some reason I stopped being able to find it. I don't know if they discontinued it or they just weren't selling it as much because they had the newer scents, because it seems like they come out with different scents. I tried the vanilla passion fruit, I believe, and that was a no. That was a no because my underarms are sensitive, and I think the passion fruit was like too much for my underarms. I need something creamier and nourishing. So this is Lavanila. Lavanila is the bomb. It is. I really like Lavanila. I love the scent. I love the ingredients. So the ingredients are aloe vera and cornstarch, coconut oil. I believe it has, what else does it have? It has some botanical fragrance blends. It has really nice ingredients. Seaweed, so that's the ingredient you don't usually see in deodorant. But I really like this. So the problem with this is this works lovely as long as it is not over about 90 degrees for me. This is a deodorant that I can wear pretty much all year round until it heats up. Summer. So once we start getting around 90, right, 89, 90, 91, no, I can't use this. And it's funny because it happens like instantly. I go from being fresh as a daisy all year long to like, oh my gosh, is that me? Like, it just stops working. It just cannot handle over 90 degrees with my pits. And so if you don't have strong pits, Lavanila is the bomb. The ingredients are lovely. It's nourishing. It's soothing. It does not bother my sensitive skin, and it works. Like if you're in a climate that's not that hot, like if I was in Jersey, well, it doesn't get up to 110 with the heat index. I mean, if it does, it's a rare occasion. It's not something that happens on a regular basis. I could get away with wearing Lavanila, but I'm not, so I can't. But I do love Lavanila, and if you haven't tried Lavanila, this may be something you want to try because it's the bomb. It costs about $14 for this, and this is a 2-ounce size. It's a big deodorant, and $14 is, you know, it's more than I want to pay, but it's not awful. It's not awful. So the last deodorant I'm going to talk to you about is my holy grail deodorant. Yes, I said it. My holy grail deodorant. So I've been making a little list of all my holy grail products, and at the end of the year, I'm going to go ahead and do a video. It's probably going to be super long. I might have to break it down into parts because I'll do like holy grail body, holy grail hair, holy grail makeup. And this right here, this is Primal Pit Paste. Oh my gosh. Primal Pit Paste. You have heard me speak about Primal Pit Paste so often, and the reason why is because I simply adore it, right? I don't work for them, they don't pay me, I don't get any money from them. I'm simply saying it because that's how I feel. So this is patchouli. I love the patchouli scent. I know that a lot of people don't like patchouli. It's like that earthy kind of hippie tree hugger smell, which is what I am. And so I love it. My mom got, so what did she get? Rogue and Royal and Rogue or something like that. And that has a nice scent as well. And she loves it. Like, it's her holy grail deodorant too. I have had, like, everybody I know now uses Primal Pit Paste because I talk about it so much. I'm just like, I carry it in my bag and I'm just like, if I look in my bag and I see it and I'm with somebody, I'm like, oh my gosh, have you tried this? You've got to try this. This is awesome. So the ingredients are wonderful. They're vegan, cruelty-free, no aluminum, no parabens. It's made with organic shea butter, organic arrowroot powder. There is some baking soda in it, but it's the non-aluminum baking soda. It has organic coconut oil. This has patchouli essential oil. It has some vitamin E, and that's non-GMO vitamin E. So it's important that when they label, they just don't say that we use shea butter, we use coconut oil, we use this. I love that they tell you it's organic, it's non-GMO, this is non-aluminum. Just so you know, because sometimes the ingredients might sound better than they really are when you don't really break it down to, is it organic? Is it a non-GMO? So I love that they tell you that. This runs about, I've paid between $8 and $10 for this. This is a 2-ounce size, and $8 to $10 is just fine for me. That is perfect for a 2-ounce size. This lasts me for a long time. This is the jar. I just purchased the stick, the roll-on stick, not roll-on, just the stick, and I got that like a month or so ago from Whole Foods, and it was on sale. I haven't used it yet because I'm still using my patchouli, so when I finish with this, then I'll go ahead and use the stick. And I don't mind this, you know, you stick it in there and you put it on. It doesn't bother me. I know that most people traditionally like a stick. I don't need a stick, but I will try it next just because it was on sale and I wanted to try a different scent. But I already know that I don't love that scent as much as I like patchouli, and they didn't have patchouli in a stick there, so I decided to get something else. So this is Primal Pit Paste. This stuff is amazing. It has been 110 degrees every day, and I smell fresh as a doggone daisy every single day. I don't even reapply this. Okay, I put it on in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. I'm getting ready for work sometime between 7 and 8 o'clock. So that's when the deodorant goes on. I am outside because I'm a nature girl. So like for lunch, I'm outside walking around campus, right? And it's hot. It's really hot, but I'm outside and I work out outside at the park, and I don't even reapply. Like, I don't put more deodorant on. I don't freshen the pits up and put more on before I go work out. After my workout, I still smell fine. Now, if I was going to like go out, I might freshen them, but I still smell fine. Now, keep in mind, these are all of these natural deodorants, you still will sweat, okay? So they're not antiperspirants. If it's natural, it's not going to be an antiperspirant. It'll just be a deodorant. So this helps with the odor. You're going to sweat still, which is a good thing. You want to sweat, right? That's help getting rid of toxins, releasing all of that from the body. You want to sweat. Trust me. Just go ahead and blot the pits if you want to get rid of that. But this Primal Pit Paste. So those are the deodorants that I have tried. I just wanted to come on and tell you guys about them because I don't want you to have to spend as much money as I've spent on natural deodorant over the years. Those 6 deodorants are just in the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. That's a lot of different deodorants to try in the last year and a half, 2 years. And so you don't even want to imagine what I've used in the last 10 years. Even I switched back maybe about 5 years ago to Secret. Oh my gosh, yes, I did that just because the ones that I was trying and using were not working and I didn't want to be funky. I don't want you to do that. You don't want to use Secret deodorant. You don't want to use any of those commercial deodorants. They have aluminum in them. They have lots of toxic ingredients that are linked to different forms of cancer, particularly breast cancer, because you know you have the underarms here and you have the limbs and you have the breast, and so you don't want to do it. And your body doesn't want you to do it either. So anyway, that's it. Zuzu Natural. Peace out. Wait a minute. No peace out yet. Like, comment, subscribe. If you've used any of these deodorants, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Tell me what your experiences have been. Maybe you've had a different experience with some of these deodorants. Maybe they worked for you. If you've tried maybe a different scent, because sometimes I notice that the scents may be broken down, like with the Primal Pit Paste. If you go on their website, they'll give you them in order from like minimum strength to maximum strength, and so perhaps some of these brands also have that, and I just got the wrong strength. Who knows? But some of them specifically say maximum strength and they were not. So yeah, drop them in the comments. Let me know. If you have any questions about any of these deodorants, maybe you want to know some specific ingredients that I didn't mention, drop them in the comments. I will totally respond to you. But and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share this video because I want you all using green beauty products. I want, and especially for your underarms, these are your underarms, right? You know, everything that you put on here is getting absorbed directly into the body. And so you want to put wonderful ingredients on your pits. And I want you to do that. So like, comment, subscribe. Zuzu Natural. Peace out.